like everybody laughing. That's good. You ready to get going?
Let's do it.
Now, Smooth, don't tell the whole plot to the movie now, because you've been good for that now.
So I need to stop it. Everything was going by.
And then I'd say when you do talk, if you're talking, hold it up. You know what I mean? Talk into the microphone if you're actually telling a story.
All right.
And look whoever's talking. Okay. You know, in other words, don't just look at the camera. Okay. Are we ready?
Got it. Stay under the camera.
All right.
Hold
I gotta
on,
tell you,
Hassan is. Okay.
We are in the lobby of Hollywood Cinema where we were wrapping up the premiere of Sell the Movie, and we got Miss Natalie Hodge here. Natalie, how's it been for you?
It's been amazing. The community has been so supportive of this project, and that's been the best part of the experience, is bringing film to Martinsville.
Pretty much community. We're in a theater with crying babies right now.
That's right.
Yeah.
They're crying out for more film productions, local film productions.
Tell me who you got beside you there.
This is Chase Napier. He is our director of photography, editor, just all around amazing contributor to the process and the project.
He did just about everything on this thing, didn't he?
He did. Lighting, audio,
Yeah.
trucking materials around. He's been incredible.
You came to me first.
Thank you.
Yeah, you came to me first, and I said, Chase is your man, right?
You
Was
did.
that right?
You did, absolutely. It was a good recommendation, and we'll be friends for life based on this experience.
I'm sad Charles Rourke, he's the one on the microphone you can't see off camera right now. We're actually sitting in his building. This is Hollywood Cinemas. We've got this pretty cell poster behind us, but Charles is, he drug me into this project, to be honest, right? But he's the reason I met Natalie, and very, very cool.
So when you're a famous director, we're going to say this is where you got your start, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
Hollywood Cinemas.
That's right.
I mean, don't you think he's got it?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's been so incredible to work with him because I've worked with professionals in New York and Los Angeles, and he's got all of the
watch that hit
tools.
swell.
Oh, yeah. He's
Yeah.
but he's got all of the tools to be right up there with the best of them, and he's very humble. And I know this is hard for him to even hear this, but he's really an amazing talent.
Thank you.
Let's talk about our actors over here. We can't forget them.
Oh, absolutely. So Chase Young played the role of Scott in the film, and then the superstar, Mr. Andre
stud.
Smooth.
What are you talking
Oh,
about?
now
He's
see,
a
I did
stud.
not
Come
say
on.
that. Superstar, that's my cousin.
Okay.
The hat's not going to fit here soon.
Superstar, Mr. Andre Smooth Benton, who played Demetrius, our main character.
Isn't he like the coolest guy in town, though?
He's pretty cool.
I wouldn't say that.
Come on, put your mic up. We got to hear you.
I wouldn't say that.
Yeah.
I'm just,
But isn't that why you cast him, because of his coolness?
Yeah, and then there was family pressure. They're just like, please get your cousin into something.
We're hearing it all.
No, I mean, ever since I came back to Martinsville, he's been someone that I've wanted to work with. He's a natural performer and artist, and he's got an it factor about him. And so this is amazing that he's gotten to have a lead opportunity and showcase his skills.
How do you think he did?
Amazing. Everybody has been so excited. Nobody cares about the rest of us who are kind of behind the scenes doing stuff. They're just like, oh, take a picture with me, sign an autograph for me.
Saw
but
the
it's
movie
great.
poster, right? The
Yeah.
movie poster with the star.
And I got to talk about the moonshine scene with that gets the most laughs, which I think shocked the whole cast and everybody up there. Didn't that kind of get you?
yeah. But like Franklin County is the moonshine capital.
Right.
So I mean, it's only right as being about 45 miles from Franklin County. So
Right. But, it's funny that moonshine is still, it can knock you down.
well, it will.
You
It
know,
definitely will.
and I always get it. It gets the pass.
Yeah,
You know?
absolutely. Because when that jar comes out of the cabinet, you know what's going on.
Right. Chase, I know you got a comment on that now.
That's what's that? The moonshine.
Moonshine, yeah.
It's a language everybody speaks, right? Everybody gets the moonshine.
I'm fluent in that.
Right, you're fluent in moonshine, right?
Yes.
Maybe we should have had moonshine for the premiere. What do you think?
Running through my veins.
That would have been an interesting twist.
Only at Hollywood Cinema.
That's right. That's right. All right, Chase Young, tell me what have you learned through this process?
What have I learned through this process? I think initially I thought that this was going to be, I don't know, a bit more difficult, maybe like it wouldn't be as smooth. Like I think everybody got along very well. I guess I learned that you can have something like this, which I think was a very substantial project for the area, go over very well. I think from start to finish, I know there were hiccups here and there, but I think at least from our perspective as actors, it went extremely well. It was a lot of fun. The hardest part, I guess, was like not laughing long enough to actually like do some acting when Andre and I were sitting across from each other. That was,
All right, you saw yourself on the big screen. Be critical. Tell me what you didn't like.
what I didn't like, man, that's a tough one. Man, I don't know. There was so much that I did like. It's kind of hard to point out the things that I didn't. I don't know. I don't know that there was anything that I really didn't like. I think the music went well. I think the cut scenes were really good. I think transitions across the board, the production quality was solid. Yeah, I don't know that there's anything that I really haven't liked.
How about you, Andre? Something you didn't like.
I got something.
I know.
Something you told me last night.
What's that? About like some of the questions, you know, like when we were, you know, putting the information on Facebook, people still asking questions about the tickets, and we were like, okay, go on Eventbrite, and all you got to do is just follow that. And another thing I really didn't like about it, and it had nothing to do with us. It was about, you know, we had pulled up at some spots, and we would ask local people, hey, y'all want to be involved with this movie? And they looking at us like, well, what we got to do? Yeah. And we telling them what they got to do. And it's funny because we was at at Floyd's, so we rolling up on people, and when we turned around to come back to the truck to set up, like dude, like to tore his whole bottom of his car. And I'm like, dang.
He peeled out.
1 minute after he told us he'd shoot a scene with us. 1 minute after he said he'd shoot with us.
I said, man, look, he about tore his whole bottom of his car off in the road, trying to get up out of there, like we was running after them or something.
Jason's got to say something.
Resourceful, though. I mean, seriously, because this is the, low budget, no budget short film project. Sometimes things fall apart and sometimes people don't show up. But I think everybody here was able to persevere and not let that, get under your skin or think the scene's ruined. Hassan, audio guy back, you can't see Hassan either, but he would take off running down the road and find us somebody.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
He
So
definitely did.
everybody, pulled together to make it happen, which was super cool.
And that's who I really have to give a shout out to, not just because he is the love of my life, but he came through in so many ways for this
give him a
project.
hand, man.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can't see him, but he's ever present in this project from.
And so polite.
Yeah, he is. Like out here. Yeah.
So polite.
But, I mean, he got it done. Locations, vehicles, food, giveaways at the premiere night. I mean, he's been hustling around for this for months alongside me, and just kudos to him.
Now, I got to ask you, how did you get so many people to come to these shows? I mean, you must have a network of all kind of folks.
Definitely reached out to friends, family. We did a lot of social media promotion. Again, Hassan was a big part of that. Definitely. He was going around town with posters and postcards and flyers to talk about the project every step of the way. So it's been definitely a community effort to get the message out that we're doing this.
Let's talk about the big elephant in the room is the profanity that's
Ooh,
in the film.
child.
I mean, hadn't we all
These
heard
two
about that?
filthy mouths.
How about you,
right
Andre?
here.
Hey, it's natural. Because, I mean, a lot of times people tell me, hey, man, you ain't got to cuss so much. I mean, I do. I use profanity. Mm-hmm. I mean, to be honest, I need to work on it. But, yeah, it's something I need to work on. But, I mean, it's natural. You go anywhere. You be in the mall, you hear somebody cussing, talking about a pair of shoes or something. Mm-hmm. It ain't like you don't hear it everywhere you go. So, I mean.
But Natalie addressed a crowd at the college about that. Even your mom
yes.
on it, didn't you?
Yes, my mom is challenged by the language, but what I've shared and will continue to share, especially when we're talking about this topic of re-entry, because the movie centers around someone who's returned from being incarcerated. I think in our community, and not just here but elsewhere, we imagine that people are going to come to us well-refined and they're saying things that are within the social norms, they're dressed appropriately, they're behaving appropriately, and we miss an opportunity to reach people where they are. So for me, if you're saying we accept you as you are, come as you are, receive these services, receive this ministry, whatever it is, if you're saying that, then you need to be willing to accept people as they may come to you. And that's not always going to be in the package that you think it should be. Yeah. So the language is in there intentionally.
Deliberate.
Absolutely. Yeah. And, you know, in the script, there weren't as many F-bombs as delivered in some of the scenes, but we told Andre to really own the role and to speak authentically in those scenes. And when you watch, you don't feel like he's acting. You feel like it's a very natural moment, and that's what's important.
Chase, we know you're pretty critical of yourself all the time. What would you like, if you could redo the movie again, what would you change?
We shot this with a couple $300 cameras, which I think that's a testament to how much you can do if you're resourceful. You can dial them in, and if you love the art, if you watch this film, it doesn't fall apart on the big screen. You know, we got to watch it here at the cinema, you know, on the big screen, and it didn't fall apart, regardless of whether it was inexpensive cameras, a cheap computer to edit, cheap lights. You know, it just that should encourage people wanting to get into the business as well. It's not about buying the fancy camcorder, you know, it's about working hard and getting a team that supports you, and you can make it happen. But I'm going to be a little critical. We could use better camcorders and better audio.
You want a big red camera?
For sure. I'll take 3 red cameras.
3 red cameras?
Yes,
all right. We
cameras.
put it on the Christmas list.
That's right. All right, Mr. Chase Young, let's. Are you ready for the next film?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Are we going to keep film alive? Are we all going to be dedicated?
Yeah, absolutely.
Keep film alive.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, they have no choice because this is something that I'm committed to doing here. And there's a sign on your door that I agree with 100%, and that's film equals jobs.
Right.
And we talk so much in this community about these businesses have left, these factories have left. Well, let's bring something here that we can really take advantage of as far as economic development, and film is that thing. And so they're in it whether they like it or not.
Gotcha. Film is fun, right? I've heard you say that, Charles. Yep. Film is fun. So yep. Not only does it bring, you know, jobs and money to the community and good paying jobs, right? These are seriously good yep. paying jobs in the film industry. Plus it's fun. It's cool.
All right, let's talk why you really love it, Chase, because it's better than the real world, right?
Oh my goodness gracious. Yeah, for people that, you know, might be crapped out on politics or whatever else in the world, this is an escape for it. You know, when you dive into a film project, that gives you a few months where you can forget about Trump or forget about right. whatever it is that's bothering you, and escape into this fantasy world, and it's super fun like that. And then once it's over, it's over. If you don't have focus for a long period of time, if you have to be on to the next thing, this is cool on that front as well. So,
all right, Natalie. One of the things I saw this premiere at the college, and it seemed like to be an icebreaker, this whole film, to
right.
get discussion. Are you going to take this to other communities?
Absolutely. Actually, a gentleman by the name of Dwayne Massenberg, who is one of the state workforce specialists for reentry. He actually works with people who are in prison and they're coming out to find job opportunities and training. He wants to present this short film to other communities so that discussions can begin about how we support people who are coming out and looking for jobs.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, Andre, I'm going to call you out a little bit. On his Facebook page, he's a lot more loose than he is up here on this set. And one of the things that drew me to him, I looked him up before we started the project, and he's singing to young people, you know, encouraging young people, and he sings. So that's where I was going to call him out. He's actually got a voice on him. Was one of the songs in the film?
He has some music in the film.
Awesome.
Did vocals in the film? You sung on those tracks?
Well, KJ Hartness, he's a local artist. He goes on tour, and years ago we had started going into the studio, and he would you know, record his music, I record mine. We said, man, let's get together. And it took a while, but we finally got on track together, and you know, he's a great artist, you know, and that's my thing in the community. Like, you don't have to go to a bigger city or to Atlanta, New York to see these artists, because you have them here. You know, like in my music, I try to paint a picture. You know, every song that I write has a subject, and the verses are based on that subject. You know, and and music is the only universal language in the world. You know, you ever heard a song, you don't know the words to it, but you like, man, I like that song.
Bump into it.
Yeah, so I mean, I love music, and I do act on Snapchat and Facebook.
He acts up a lot.
Yeah.
Rudy Girl.
But
what's
don't
the
judge
what's
me.
the
I'm just
logo?
having
We
fun.
saw the logo premiered in the movie.
Yes, Rudy's Girl.
Yeah.
So the meaning of Rudy's Girl is it's actually acknowledgement of my parents as influences on my life. My father's name was Rufus. My mom's name is Judy. So thus the name Rudy, and I'm their only girl. So
What's next?
what's next? We'll have to convene about that, Charles,
Okay.
as a team.
You got
We're
a script
writing.
going, right?
We're writing.
Yes.
You're right.
I know at least me and Natalie are writing for sure.
Yeah.
But we
I heard you're writing
on to the
something
next
that's
one.
got a masturbation scene with me.
Jesus, Charles.
I can confirm I have read something like that.
The next one might be a
That scene
raunchy
might not
comedy.
make it.
The next one might be a raunchy comedy. We're gonna test these actors,
I gotta
see what
write a
they're
script about
capable
him
of
now,
doing.
right?
Oh, that's right. Pay him back.
Well, I can't wait to see what's that. We got an over cat baby coming.
Over
Yeah.
a cat, that's another one.
Very funny idea.
This man doing the interview right now is a movie character. So just keep working, and we're not done, right? This was the very beginning.
Just the
What?
beginning.
We gotta go sell some tickets to sell.
That's right.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yes.
Thank you, Charles. Appreciate it.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Charles.
Peace.